Hello people, Cretaceous Breaks here. Today I'm gonna give you a review of the Hiya Toys Godzilla. If you want to see this box, I don't have enough space, so I had to show off the whole box here because it's quite huge. The side, and this is a Godzilla vs Kong. I actually spent $52 for this one, which I actually think is worth it because that's the point of a review. I'm going to show you how good and a few cons on the Hiya Godzilla toy. So let's start out. And this is the Hiya Godzilla figure. Now this is making me speechless. This is honestly, to me, the best Godzilla figure I've owned so far. Let's a closer look, and the camera is kinda old for me. It doesn't really work that well. Sorry, my throat, I'm a bit sick. And the Hiya toys actually captured the likeness of the legendary Godzilla. The mouth, exactly, like the teeth right here, is not like too pronounced, like white is mostly like not that visible in the movie. And the eye, let me see if I can, the eye is very nicely painted, like it's looking straight at you. If only I can get the light working. Like it is looking right at you straight, and it's nicely painted. It's not too big, and it's small enough that it's like not even that hard to make the eye look nice. And the tongue is nicely painted, and it's also articulated, and I like the flesh tone of it. And one thing I don't think anyone noticed, that if you can see closely, there's a small pin right around here, a tiny bit of a small pin right over here that's not that visible. I'm not sure if any reviewers notice it, but if you look closely, if any one of you own, you will look closely, you will see a tiny small pin on this side. But the other side, yeah, there's a big pin and kind of bugs me, but it's not making me down the points about this figure. I mean, I can live with it, but I feel like if that side here has a tiny small pin, maybe this one should also be a tiny small pin. I don't know. I'm not a toy designer, so I don't know how it works for durability and quality for this. And the front of the Godzilla, he looks jacked. Now you can see right here, he's very muscular and thick. The chest area. And it makes the SH Monstrous and the NECA one looks like they're too thin. And yeah, I did look at the NECA Godzilla, and it is kind of thin, and mine is a bootleg, and I try to repaint, but when I heard this, I'm like, I gotta get this. Even the arms are so bulky. Sorry. Even the arms right here are very bulky, and the legs are nicely sculpted. The rest are nicely sculpted too. And I apologize for the camera if you can't really see, because this is an old phone and doesn't really work that well. So yeah, the details on it is exquisite. Now, I don't have the SH Monstrous or the official NECA Godzilla figure to compare, because the price point, you know how expensive SH Monstrous is, and the NECA one, I don't know where to find the official one at a decent price. Because NECA recently lost the license to Godzilla, and I don't know where to find it on a good price, honestly. So the closer look right here is the gills also. Like this one is just a hanging neck flap. I think that's what you call it. But it's supposed to cover up the joints whenever you try to articulate his head. And the articulation, well, it's a bit like mix of NECA and SH Monstrous. You see, the SH Monstrous has mid articulation at the waist, same with the chest area here, but NECA has this solid one, but NECA doesn't have this like articulated neck right here, even though this one is like a flap, but it doesn't really affect the figure. So I'm gonna go for this articulation. So moving this aside, the head can move quite up that much. You need to, if you're gonna be a photographer, you need to make sure the neck try to fill up the gaps, and it isn't really that bad. I'm actually able to pull in some nice photography, and it can move down this much. And one thing I like about it is that it can move left. It can really move left and right that much. That doesn't really hinder too much. But of course you get that gap here, so you need to make sure you want to know where you're gonna take pictures with and or display it. The arms can move in and out, can rotate 360, and also the joints are a bit too tight, and it's pretty, and that's what I almost wanted, because I want the joints to be tight. It's actually freshly new in the box. I got it yesterday. The elbows move around 90 and move downwards this much. The hands ball joint here, and the waist around here is like very tight, and I think it's a bit like NECA one. The thigh right here is on a ball joint and can move 360. The knees can move front that much and back that much, same with this side, and the other side of it of course can move this much. The feet on a ball joint can pivot, move slightly up and slightly down, and the tail is very poseable, and it all way better than the SH Monsters when it comes to the tail move, not tail movement, but more like the joints whenever they can stay. This one looks like it can stay quite well. Now this one I don't really have enough shelf space, so I'm gonna try my best to see if I can make it able to see how big this Godzilla is. I mean, it's not really like big, but it's more like around bigger than NECA SH Monsters, but just not too much. So let me see if I can. Alright. So here, and here we have the NECA, my bootleg repaint Godzilla that I'm trying to work on. Yeah, this is what I mean. He's slightly bigger than the SH Monsters and the NECA Godzilla, and I really like the scale. I like it. It's bigger, and the teeth are not too pronounced like the NECA or SH Monsters, and they captured the likeness of the Godzilla. Like you can see the front view, it looks really menacing. This Hiya Toys Godzilla and NECA and SH Monsters, you can check out on YouTube, is not really that close. So yeah. You can never. So this is my new favorite Godzilla. Sorry NECA and SH Monsters, but you're leagues away from this new Godzilla toy. This one looks like 2 times better than SH Monsters. So NECA. And here is another comparison review that is not really like Godzilla related, but more of a Transformer, since I don't know what to give another size comparison. But here it is next to the Transformers Prime, Optimus Prime, the Voyager class, first edition I think. I give it a small repaint and adding some silver damage here, and the rims and the thighs here. As for the windows, I can't even paint it black, so I had to leave it like this. I mean, I like the way it is right now. But the wheel, the rims at the front of the truck, I'm not sure because don't want to ruin the paint since it does require you to peg in here. But this is how big he is. He's usually when it comes to 6-inch Godzilla figures like SH Monster or NECA, they'll be around like smaller than Optimus Prime at this scale at Voyager, but this one at head it looks like it's bigger than, taller than Optimus Prime. And honestly, I don't know why, but they look good together for some odd reason. I guess it's because I'm a Transformers and Godzilla fans, even Jurassic Park. So yeah. So overall, this is my favorite Godzilla I've ever owned. It's way better than I thought it would be. And also I forgot to mention, you can actually spread this wide. It's definitely worth it. And yeah, $52 does sound quite expensive, but I find it a bit more worth it than the SH Monstrarts, since SH Monstrarts are really like around like 70 or 80 or $90 or 100 even. And this one is just $50, or depending on where you're gonna get it, because I've seen reviewers, some get like $60 or around $50, but I got this for $52 and I got it for quite a good price. And so far, this one is my first favorite Godzilla figure, and there's no quality control issue, and it's definitely has tight joints, which I love. And yes, I 100% recommend to get it if you're a legendary Godzilla fan who want the articulated movie accurate Godzilla figure. This is the one you can get. It's very good. I mean, sure, there's like a small pin right here, but to me it's not that bothering, because I definitely understand that they're trying to make the mouth here to make it move and need to use some kind of pin, but I'm okay with the pin right here. But this is honestly my favorite Godzilla figure. And so yeah, for more Cretaceous Breaks videos, just leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.